holidays can be a very stressful time of year, and money can certainly be a part of that. Here are some tips to help you get through the holiday season. The first tip I can offer is to plan for it. The holidays come at the same time every year, and you can develop a plan to be prepared for the money that you need to spend for those seasons. The most important thing is to develop a budget. You're obviously going to know about how much you can spend on things like gifts, food, travel, and other things that are involved with the holiday season. In your budget, you should consider everything, down to the wrapping paper. Find out how much those things cost and write them down. Write down everything that you're going to spend money on. This is very important because things can definitely sneak up on you. Don't get emotional when you're doing your shopping. It's very easy to get caught up in the season. We all want to provide for our families and friends, and it's tough to stick to a budget when you're doing that. If you have your budget written down and know how much you want to spend and keep track of it, it's a lot easier to stick with it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is decide how much you can spend. This should come from disposable income, that is extra cash that you have available to you. It's very easy to put things on a credit card. Once you start, it's hard to stop. Something to keep into consideration is if you put it on the credit card, try and pay it off as soon as possible. If you put $1,048 on a credit card with a 17% interest rate, you could end up paying over $500 in interest if you only pay the minimum payment on that card, and it would take you up to 65 months to pay it off. Remember that. The next thing you want to do is make a list. Decide who's getting what or who's getting what spent on them. Another good idea is to make a list of people who get only cards, or you bake or make things for them. Another good idea is to sit down with your family and set expectations, especially with kids. That way you don't feel as guilty when you're out shopping and you're less likely to spend more money than you're comfortable spending. Talk to your friends, set rules. Maybe you don't want to exchange gifts this year, or do something like a white elephant gift exchange. It's always best to start your shopping early. We all get caught up in the fun of Black Friday shopping or Cyber Monday shopping. In most cases, you can get the same deals much earlier than that, and you don't feel the pressure when you're out shopping to buy more things. If you've saved up during the year, you should have that money in a savings account ready to go. Take that money out and put it in an envelope. When the money's gone, so is the Christmas shopping. If you are using a credit card to make your purchases, make sure you save your receipts. It'd be a good idea to sit down weekly and tally up where you're at with your spending. If you and your spouse are both doing the shopping, make sure you meet regularly to find out what you're spending. It's also a good idea to set an end date. Keep that deadline in mind while you're doing your shopping. It'll also help you start your shopping sooner. If you keep a budget and stick to your plan, it'll make the holiday season much more enjoyable for you and your family.